From what you just saw, those very basic values of the Tejeda family are universally shared among Americans, new or old. We're going to show you how stories like theirs, which not only give immigrants a voice, but also stir an appreciation for shared values, commonalities, and mutual benefits, can interweave with the data to get a message across and provoke thoughtful discussion. We focused a lot on immigrant entrepreneurship earlier because it's the most foolproof way of demonstrating that immigrants are assets. For our purposes here, we can divide the contributions of immigrant entrepreneurs into three categories: neighborhood revitalization through neighborhood businesses, what you find on Main Street; job creation and market expansion, businesses of any kind that are firmly focused on fast growth; and innovation through science and technology entrepreneurs. We'll be looking at these categories in a specifically local and relatable way to show how the ideas we're about to discuss might work in your community. At the end, we'll direct you to a checklist and guidelines to make it easier. So when we talk about immigrant entrepreneurs revitalizing neighborhoods and main streets, we are showing that whereas immigrants often first move into blighted neighborhoods because the rents are cheap, they often open up businesses, grocery stores, restaurants, nail salons, and others, providing services like cleaning or taxi services, and in so doing, make the area cleaner, safer, more attractive to customers, and more livable. These things don't happen overnight, but the proof is everywhere, from Fields Corner in Boston to the 9th Street Italian Market in Philadelphia. We just saw an example of a neighborhood cleaning business and its founders. What did that tell us? That immigrants to the U.S. share the same values as many of us and believe in the American dream. The penchant for taking risks in the entrepreneurial spirit that made America great, taking risks in a place where they can succeed without obstacles like skin color, corruption, tribal affiliation, or lineage. The belief that they can do better than the generation before them for the benefit of the generations after them. In Rosa's case, the will to learn English no matter her age or how long it takes, and seeking out every opportunity for advancement. A firm belief in the power of education, discipline, and a sense of solidarity with your community and family. Immigrant entrepreneurs often have a strong desire to grow, hire more workers, and expand. They tend to be concentrated in fast-growing industries like food and transport and building services. They strengthen local economies by providing jobs, expanding their businesses, and increasing the skill sets of their employees, who themselves may go on to start their own businesses. Meet Hector Ricketts. He is born in Jamaica but now lives in New York. He noticed that there were certain remote parts of New York State where people were not able to access public transportation easily and therefore not be able to make their connections to get to work on time. He wanted to start an affordable and necessary business. He saw this niche market, this underserved market, and decided he was going to do something about it. He now runs community transportation, which has 40 vans that transport 40,000 commuters a year, and he makes it a point to support the local economy. Apart from providing jobs, they buy from local dealerships. They buy gas at local gas stations. They use local mechanics. The restaurants his staff go to, supporting them, help stabilize the community. They support the tire shops, the insurance companies. This is what happens with small businesses that are focused on growth. They help support other small businesses. And he's even, through his business, there have been other spin-off businesses. For instance, stores and other services have been able to actually advertise on his vans. And looking at the last bit, which is on science and technology innovation, we want to make a special point about healthcare. Healthcare is a crucial issue for everyone. Immigrants fill critical job vacancies at both the high and low levels. So look at, from our own research in Massachusetts, more than half of medical scientists are foreign-born, 44% are pharmacists. Baby boomers are aging and need more care. The Affordable Health Care Act will increase demand for health care, and our diversifying population needs cultural competence. Now we know when it comes to science and technology overall, it's variable across the country. They tend to be concentrated in certain tech hubs and tech corridors, but you find them all over the place. And it's important to note that even though immigrants make up about 20% of both the workforce and entrepreneurs in high tech, just as in small business entrepreneurship that we've seen, the number of self-employed immigrants in high tech industries increased by 64%, compared with about 22% for the US born in the past decade. I'd like you to meet Himanshu Bhatnagar, who was born in India. His business is located in Lowell, Massachusetts, not exactly your typical tech hub. But he was inspired by Gandhi to use technology in public service. He applies artificial intelligence techniques to transportation scheduling, and in so doing, for example, in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, he has helped them, the local transit authority there, to go from about 1,200 trips a day to up to 18,000, from $12 million in annual revenue to 100 million, and from 15 employees to more than 80. He even runs a summer boot camp for the local high school students where he helps them develop apps. So these are the immigrant entrepreneurs in your neighborhood. In the guidelines document on the workshop website, we'll show you ways in which you can discover who they are and how to access them. Chambers of Commerce, economic development offices, community partners such as faith organizations are a good place to start. Talk to these entrepreneurs. Find out who they are. Listen to their journeys. Using the checklist, which is also on the workshop website, discern the traits they possess that are most likely to be valued by native-born Americans. Things like ambition, courage, persistence, hard work. And then explore the contributions they have made to their communities or industries. Did they create new jobs for residents? Create affordable services? Did they give back to their communities? And once that is done, you are prepared to tell their story. Use the data to complement the stories of immigrant business owners or innovators to show both economic and human impact. And there are myriad ways you can incorporate them into your communities. There can be business awards dedicated to diversity or community building, or, as we have done here in Massachusetts, to immigrant entrepreneurs exclusively with our Immigrant Entrepreneur of the Year awards. Awareness activities at workplaces and schools are always eye-opening experience. I myself talked to second graders last year about what it's like to be from another country, and the students were surprised at how much they had in common with me, including my love of mac and cheese. Community activities can celebrate diversity, and as we all know, diversity is becoming more fashionable, but also more important and more visible. And get the local media to highlight these business owners for the contributions they're making every day to your community. You can even do like several economic development offices here in Massachusetts and publish their stories and photos online for free. It gets the word out, and it makes visible and vital what might previously have gone unnoticed. As a final note, remember that interweaving data, research, and rich personal stories in this way can be applied to any sphere where immigrants have an impact.